Hey guys, my name is Trey Clage. I'm another booktuber. So I read books, recommend books, take recommendations. Anything you want me to read, just put it in the comments below and I will get to it. So first up, a book I finished about 10 days ago, a week and a half ago, is Most Wanted by Michelle Martinez. This book has been on my shelf for probably 8 years. Way too long. I started it twice and couldn't finish it for some reason. There were 2 bookmarks in this thing whenever I started a couple weeks ago, and I read it in about 4 or 5 days. I just read in the evenings, but it was really good. Murder mystery, really good story, really good characterization, kept you engaged. There weren't really any slumps. 4 out of 5 stars. Yeah, it was pretty good. And this is part of a series. So any Michelle Martinez fans out there, let me know if this is just like the one-hit wonder or if the rest of the series is pretty good. Maybe I'll put it on my TBR. So moving on. Last week I read Game of Thrones. No, it wasn't last week. It was like 2 weeks ago. Finished Game of Thrones, first book in the Song of Fire and Ice series. This was a very good read, and don't say that I was just jumping on the bandwagon, because I wasn't. I bought this book before the HBO series. I bought this book, A Clash of Kings, and the next 2 in the series. I don't have A Dance with Dragons yet, but it's out. I finally got to it. Haven't seen the HBO series. Started on A Clash of Kings. I'm not very far in it yet, but I will definitely be reading the entire series. I'll probably do the whole, read the first book, watch the first season of the HBO series, read the second book, watch the second season, because that's how George R.R. Martin said how he wanted the series to be constructed. So I'll go by that and hopefully enjoy it. Oh, more about Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, great book. The story was never slow, but it was steady. Like the pacing was great. You know, in Lord of the Rings, well, I won't get into that. But this book, never that way. And when it ended, there was a kind of conclusion, but there was also a yearning for what's going to happen with these characters. What's going to happen to Dany? What's going to happen to Bran? What's going to happen to any of the Starks, any of the Lannisters? What are they going to do? Great book, great series, but it wasn't like a crazy cliffhanger either. Some series, they start with the first book and they just leave you with such a cliffhanger that they want you to read the rest of the books in the series, but you just, I don't know, sometimes it makes me mad because it's too much. Enough soapbox for now. There'll be plenty of soapboxes as I put more videos online. Just fair warning. Last but not least, okay, Halloween reads. I have a bunch of suggestions in here for Halloween reads. So, for Halloween, if you have a favorite spooky book or one that just like you couldn't sleep afterward, or you were up into the night reading it because it was such a good book, but then you couldn't sleep, I want to read that book. I want your suggestions, and so far I have a lot of my followers' suggestions, and I put them in this cup, and I'm going to pull one now. I'm going to read it around Halloween, like the days up to Halloween, on Halloween night, and then if I don't finish it or like I'm too freaked out, then I'll push it a couple days after that. And then I'll do a full review. So I have the entries. Drum roll, please. All right, Bed Bugs by C. Sahar. All right, I don't own that book, so I'm going to have to go to the library. And I live out in the middle of nowhere, so that's going to be, so I'm going to have to drive an hour to the library. I better have some other things to do on there. Okay, I think that's it for this week. I'll try to post one video a week and keep engaged with you guys. Like I said, any Michelle Martinez fans, post below what you think about the series, the Melanie Vargas series. And Game of Thrones fans, tell me what you think. What you think about the HBO series, if you watched that. And scary books, like load it up before Halloween. Load the comments up, because if I get done with one of the books, like Bed Bugs, if I get done with that book and it's still Halloween, I still want to be freaked out a little bit. So post down there. Tell me your favorite book. All right, this is Trey Clage. See ya.